Good morning. We'll start with the third chapter of English, The Wolf and the House Dog. The title itself says the story is between the wolf and the house dog. There was once a wolf who got very little to eat because the dogs of the village were always wide awake and watchful. He was really nothing but skin and the bones, and it made him very downhearted to think of it. So it means once there was a wolf who was got very little to eat. So it was getting very little for its eating. It is because the dogs of the village are always wide awake and watchful. They are always watching for their foods and they're not allowing the outsiders for eating. He was really nothing but skin and a bones. Skin and a bones means it was very thin, and because of it, it was downhearted. It was very sad. From the picture, you can see the wolf here is very thin, whereas the dog is bit fat compared to the wolf. One night, this wolf happened to fall in with a fine fat dog. Fall in with means it met the fat house dog who was wanderer a little far from his home. Means it was wandering, it was roaming a little too far from his home. The wolf would gladly have eaten him then and there, but the house dog looked strong enough to leave his marks should he try it. It means the wolf was, after meeting the house dog, it was about to eat the dog there itself, then and there itself. But for the second minute, it also thought the house dog was looking strong enough. If he attacks the house dog, it has so much of strong strength so that it can fight against the wolf and it may hurt the wolf. So the wolf spoke very humble to the dog. It started speaking very humbly to the dog, complimenting him on his fine appearance. Complimenting means it was praising, means it was telling that you are looking nice, your appearance is nice, you are fat and all. You can be as well fed as I am if you want to, replied the dog. So, after complimenting the wolf to the dog replied, you are also be well fed, means you are also can get the good food for eating. Leave the woods. Woods means the forest. Leave the forest. There you live miserably. You are getting hardly nothing to eat in the forest. Leave the forest and come with me. Why? You have to fight hard for every bite you get. Means you will be fighting for small food to eat there. Follow my examples and you will get along beautifully. It means it is telling follow my instructions as I told you, so that it will be helpful to become you the fat and beautiful. So the what must I do as the wolf? It means wolf is asking what should I do for this one. Coming here, hardly anything. It is telling hardly anything. It means it is very simple to do, answered the house dog. Chase people who carry cans, bark at beggars, and fan on the people of the house. So it is telling you should chase the people who are carrying the food, bark at the beggars. You should be barking, means on the beggars who are going, you should bark on them, and fawn on the people of the house. The people who are living in the house should be making a sound. In return, you will get tidbits of every kind, chicken bones, choice bits of meat, sugar, cake, and much more besides. So, after barking and following the chasing the people, the dog is telling you will get chicken bones, choice bits of meat, sugar, cake, and much more. And you should not speak kind words and cares. It is telling in return you have to do speak kind words and cares. The wolf had such a beautiful vision of his calming happiness that he almost wept. The wolf started thinking of this future, beautiful future, after eating all this. But just then he noticed that the hair of the dog's neck was worn and the skin was chased. Means, after thinking of his beautiful vision of the future, immediately in the second time he noticed the dog's neck, which was got hurt. "What is that on your neck?" "Nothing at all," replied the dog. So the wolf is asking, "What is that?" The dog replied, "Nothing." "What nothing?" "Just a tristle." So it is telling it is a just a trifle. Trifle means small pieces. "But please tell me," the wolf asked. "Perhaps you see the mark of the collar to which my chain is fastened." It started telling, "The chain will be tied to my neck," means in the collar. "What a chain!" cried the wolf. "Don't you go anywhere you please." So wolf is starting thinking of his freedom. Means once you tie the chain, you will be not free. So it is telling you will not be able to go anywhere as you are. "Not always, but what's the difference?" replied. So dog is telling, "I am not able to go anywhere, but what is the difference if I am getting the good food?" "All the difference in the world. I don't care a rap for your feast, and I wouldn't take all the tender young lambs in the world at the price." And away ran the wolf to the woods. "There is nothing worth so much as liberty." So the wolf started telling, "Even if I get food, I should get the freedom." It is telling, "I don't care a rap," means I am not caring for the food as my freedom. It started running towards the lamb woods, means towards the forest, and there is nothing worth so much as liberty. It is telling freedom is the most important in the life. It started. So this is for the story. Thank you.